So let's start with the tarot reading. So we have the Temperance in reverse. And the keywords for the Temperance in reverse is telling us that we are in an imbalanced access situation within our lives and that we need to reach self healing and realignment. The reverse temperance is a very personal and private card. So you might want to reflect on your life to see what it is that you are overindulging in. Those are the areas that we need to fix the most. Um, the cure for this is to balance your masculine and feminine energy, restore balance and moderation in your life. Stop overindulging either in overeating, overdrinking, overspending, or engaging in activity that would be considered negative. Or maybe this could also be a warning that something is off, and it's up to you to realize what is off and to fix it within your own personal life. Another thing is to re-examine your priorities, because some of you might be like, well, I don't drink or smoke or do anything negative. Why should I take this temperance in reverse as being personal to me? And the reverse cards also deal with your love life, your career, and your personal life. I'm mostly focusing on the personal life when it comes to moon energy, because moon energy is your intuitive energy. It's your subconscious, so it's very personal. It's a personal journey, so that's why I'm focused more on the personal side of everything, not the intrapersonal, but more of the interpersonal. And then the last key is to try to reach self-healing by creating a flow, and that goes into like from the moment you wake up until you fall asleep. Create a flow, create an auric system for yourself where it's about you're creating yourself in who you want to be and who you want to be perceived as, and that's the best way to receive this temperance and reverse reading. So our full moon is in Libra on April 6th on Friday. This is a full love day. Like, Friday is ruled by Venus, and Libra is also ruled by Venus. So you're having a situation where the entire full moon cycle will be a love cycle. Now take into consideration that temperance in reverse. It's like this full moon cycle with this tarot reading is telling you love yourself, and love yourself enough to see what it is that you're doing that is harming or upsetting your life cycle. With the temperance card, once we resolve all of that, we will go back into our flow and life will go back to what it was meant to be. So think about that and consider the true meaning of love, what love means to you. What does self love, self care mean to you? And what possibly causes indulgences? What causes us to overindulge in certain things? Are we trying to cover up something? Are we trying to prevent ourselves from becoming aware of something that we're doing? So take all these things into consideration while you're preparing for your full moon meditation. With Friday being the day of love, we are in very romantic, neutral colors such as aqua, lavender, pink, and green. Preferably, pink and green are the two colors of the heart chakra. So that kind of give you an idea of what kind of day this full moon will be. The heart chakra deals with love, unconditional love, romantic love, platonic love, friendships, all type of relationships when it comes to sharing that intimate space with one another. That's what the heart chakra deals with, and we'll be talking about that in a few seconds. So now you're dealing with the heart chakra, right? So love is something that everyone always has so much to say about, but no one takes action towards. So when it comes to love, love is something that is not easily explained, but it's felt heavily. Love can be as easy as having feelings for another person, but the love we're talking about is self-love, unconditional love. And that's a love that can't be taught. It's a love that can't be presented in a way for it to be external. It's pure internal. There's a lot of us, like I'm still on this temperance in reverse. There's a lot of us that have dealt with a lot in our lives, which have deteriorated against our ability to love ourselves. And I'll give you examples. For example, there's one aspect of self-love that deals with the ego. Someone will think, well, if I go out and I purchase all these material items for myself, that's self-love. Or if I make myself available to specific activities, that's self-love. And that's not the love we're talking about. The love we're talking about is very subtle and is very intimate. It can be as simple as after a hard day's work, you go and you sit by the beach and you let go. You allow yourself to let go of all of the drama and the trauma that you experience throughout that day or week. It can be as simple as while you're in the shower, you're caring for your body, you're looking and examining your body, you're loving your body, you're allowing yourself to see the truth behind what you're going through on a day-to-day basis. Those are the type of love we're talking about. We're not talking about materialism or primitive behaviors that most human beings participate in. We're talking about a level of existence when it comes to the heart chakra and unconditional love that it kind of gives you an ambiance as if you're flowing through life. That's how people on the outside look at it. Like, oh my God, this person seems like they're just floating through life. And that's not true. You're not floating through life. It's just everything you do has a meticulous reason to why you do it. You understand? That's the kind of love that I think the temperance in reverse is bringing out. And when you start practicing those type of steps to yourself, everything begins to have so much value. For example, your work, your play, your family, your friends, your alone time, all of that has way more value to it when you're practicing unconditional love. So think about that. So if you listen to any of my As Above So Below videos, you kind of get a big idea of how in love I am with the Ram sign, the sign of Aries. So our new moon, which I always love a new moon in fire signs. New moons in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius are always profound. So our new moon will be on Thursday, um, April 20th in Aries, and this will be ruled by Jupiter. If you know anything about Jupiter, you will know rules over our ascension. Jupiter rules over our expansion, our luck, and a lot of the time when people are thinking about Jupiter and expanding and extending yourself and your luck, they always think about money. And I can tell you, coming from a bull, it's not always about money. Your luck might be in love. You've always been unlucky in love, attracting the wrong people into your life, destroying your story and your journey. And so now Jupiter's coming in with this new moon to give you a more vibrant point of view of your love life. Your luck can be needed in your career. You might actually need a little boost from Jupiter's energy when it comes to your career. It can also be in just standing up for yourself, self-preservation. There's so many aspects of you where Jupiter plays a role. So don't always think whenever you hear Jupiter's on the way, think of money. It's not always about money. Sometimes it's way deeper and more spiritual than you actually think. So keep that in mind. So we're dealing with two important colors. We're dealing with the color blue and purple. The color blue is to teach us to balance ourselves. Blue is a tranquil color, it's a blissful color, but it's also a nurturing color. And the color purple is to teach us to actually hone down our royal energy. Even though we are working with the third chakra of Aries, the fiery solar plexus, and we are in the energy of Jupiter, we are still being told to just hone down those higher frequencies and higher energies of ourselves. If we do that, then rewinding back to that temperance in reverse and that flash of warning, something is wrong, we can kind of connect those dots by the time we reach the end of the month and we have experienced that new moon. We can kind of connect the dots to realize where we need to work and what we need to work on, if that makes sense. So now keep in mind, this is our entering spring season, and we're entering spring with Aries, because Aries season actually ends on April 19th and spring starts April 20th or April 21st, and our new moon in Aries will be on April 20th. So the fiery sign of Aries is bringing in our spring. So you have to take this whole month into consideration. The beginning of the month, we're leaving those chilly winter weather, and that's for around the world. And up north in America, it might still be a little chilly, but we'll be in the loving, warm energy of Libra on Friday. Now, coming into the warmer temperatures of spring, we're entering the realm of Aries, the realm of the Ram, riding the energy of Jupiter on that Thursday, April 20th. And what I want to say is, take this into consideration. You have the temperance in reverse, which is telling you, look at yourself, look at your big picture, and realize what it is that's not working for you. Then you're going into your heart chakra with the full moon, and you're being asked to love yourself. Now, with that love, Aries is asking you to look into your I am chakra, your solar plexus, and realize where you're weak, where you can actually strengthen yourself. And so by doing all of this work together, you will one more empower yourself to be greater than you were the month before. Now, the one stone that I want you to take into consideration is the citron. The citron is a stone that I've been working with since 2010. When I was working with the citron, it was to heal my solar plexus, and this went back to when I was like a teen. I needed to heal some pain from my teenage years. So I used the citron a lot. I used to walk around with it, wear it as a jewelry, put it in like my brassiere just to keep it close to me. So you want to like pick a stone that works for you. And every moon cycle, whenever the moon fall in that sign, use that specific stone. Don't just like grab a list of stones and start overspending your money. And most importantly, when if you go into a stone shop, when you go into a stone shop, the frequency of the stone will actually attract your frequency. So for me it was the citron. I needed to heal, so when I went near the citron frequency, it vibrated high with me. And I worked with that stone from 2010 till about 2014 or 15. I worked with that stone for a very long time. So it becomes a relationship that you have. And I still work with the citron stone today. It's still one of my favorite stones when it comes to the solar plexus stone. But make sure your stone and your frequency are choosing each other. Don't just choose the stone because it's pretty or choose the stone because you like it. Be still, be quiet, and let the stone choose you. So we're going to do a quick review and then we're going to end this video. So let's review. We start our month with a reverse and temperance. We start our month with the energy of Libra on a Friday. under a full moon. We are in the heart chakra and we are practicing unconditional love. We're addressing ourselves. We're not lying to ourselves. We're not pretending with ourselves. We're taking the good with the bad, and then we're taking that warning as it presents itself. And the warning with the temperance in reverse can be, hey, you've been overindulging too much on this or that. Hey, you've not been paying attention enough to this aspect of your life. And the temperance in reverse is a personal card. It has absolutely nothing to do with someone outside of you. It has everything to do with you. And a lot of us neglect the pain and suffering that others bring onto us, that we internalize because it's put on us and we experience it, but we never release that energy. And by not releasing that energy, it creates a space of wound. And believe it or not, each time that you engage with this individual, you're re-triggered with that wound. So the temperance in reverse can be something that's telling you, yo, you're going through so much, but you're unable to see it as I see it. Let me show you. So you're going to walk through April through love. And the temperance in reverse is going to have this intimate, energetic conversation with you where she's going to hold your hand and let you see through the eyes of the balance scales, through the eyes of Libra. This is what you're going through. It's not good or bad. It's not positive or negative. This is just what you're going through. And then as she takes you through that heart chakra, and don't be afraid to cry, tears are good. She will then take you through the fiery ram. Now he will set you ablaze. He will set you on fire. She will set you on fire. She will set you ablaze. But what she will do most importantly is have you look at yourself. He and she will teach you, the Ram twins will teach you that masculine feminine energy of the Ram will teach you that you are. You know, all that time that you hear I am, you are. You understand? You are. That is a frequency and an energy that is within you. I am is you as well. And that is what the solar plexus energy will teach you. You do not have to surrender to anyone. You do not have to bow down to anyone. You just have to realize you are. And when you realize that you are, wrap your arm around the month of April, grab that temperance in reverse, look at that energy and understand that energy pertains to you and only you. Wrap yourself around the loving energy of the full moon and then allow your heart chakra and your solar plexus to fully heal. You might want to do journaling. You might want to do some salt baths. You might want to do some moon gazing. You might want to go to the beach or any other body of water. You might want to be alone for a while. But the month of April is definitely a self-healing month. The aura and the theme for that month is all about self, and it's not in that loud, proud, it's all about me type of mentality. It's more intimate. It's more like, the wounded beast coming back, licking its wound and realizing I need to take time out to heal. So take some time out to heal, all right? It's going to be okay. We're going to get into the hot summer and we're going to have some fun this year. But this year seems to be a year of just self care instead of the previous moments of self neglect and looking out at the world and wanting the world to answer our questions that pertain to our intimate personal experience. Take care and love yourselves. And always remember, I'm here.